2002. Poverty is widespread and the 100,000 people who fled the violence still live in refugee camps. Well, as Vaessen reports from the capital Dili, despite the chaos, the political elite still refuse to reconcile.
ANANIAS GONSALVES and his family are among the latest victims of the continuing violence in East Timor. Last month, their house was attacked and burned down as tensions rose between his village and a nearby refugee camp. Only 8 years after the family had to flee the Indonesian aggression, they were forced to run for safety once again.
Where am I now a refugee in my own village? In 1999, I was a refugee too. Then I was happy we got the independence, but now we are suffering even more.
Like many other refugees, ANANIAS has nothing left to return to. The authorities have not offered him any help so far. After the violence started again last year, government institutions hardly function. For more than a year, refugees have lived in dire conditions like these. There are no jobs and they eat only once a day. Violence easily flares up in this situation without any obvious reason. The new government of XANANA GUSMAO hopes that stability will return as soon as money from oil fields starts to be spent. East Timor already receives around $100 million a month from oil revenues. This government is working on a master plan on how to spend this money wisely. But it will take some time before the people themselves will feel the results. The East Timorese are still hopelessly divided. Even after the new government is being installed, groups are still fighting each other. The people here in this camp are still too afraid to go home. But the new Prime Minister, former President XANANA GUSMAO, sees no reason to reconcile. He admits, though, that he too is to blame for the chaos in this new country.
We could avoid everything.
Including yourself? Will you sell yourself?
I accept my responsibilities. I don't accuse anybody. I accuse us as who have a responsibility.
Former Prime Minister ALKATIRI doesn't want to make peace either. According to him, the new government is illegitimate. While his party FRETILIN won the elections, he was held out of coalition talks.
We are opposition to oppose, not to cooperate. Because if the government is a legal one, for sure that we will cooperate. We are not going to cooperate with an illegal government.
Although many people in the refugee camps support FRETILIN, they think above all the elite should stop fighting. XANANA GUSMAO says that within 15 years from now, the people of East Timor will have stability and a better life. But the question remains if ANANIAS GONSALVES and the people of East Timor can wait that long. Vaessen, Al Jazeera, East Timor.
Tens of thousands of Egyptian textile workers have taken control of one of the country's largest government factories. Protesters in Mahala have been striking since Sunday over unpaid bonuses which were promised last year. Ahmed Al-Kaki has more.